Namaskar students. Hope you are hale and hearty, taking care of your health and your studies. My name is Jyotsna and I am from Education Department, Chandigarh. In your previous chapter, you have learnt about agriculture. How agriculture plays a very vital role in an economy. It is considered as the backbone of an economy. If agriculture is the backbone of an economy, you know whom do we call the heartbeat? Yes, it's the industries whom we consider as the heartbeat of an economy. Our today's session will revolve around industries, various types of industries, what are the conducive conditions for industries and what are the challenges which are faced by industries. So, without wasting any time, let's start chapter number 5, Industries, from the book Resources and Development of grade 8. Have you ever given a thought to the fact that the notebook you use for writing has come to you after a long process of manufacturing? It started out its life as part of a tree, which was then cut down and transported to the pulp mill, where the wood of the tree was processed and converted into wood pulp. The wood pulp was mixed with chemicals and finally changed into a paper by the machines. Secondary activities or manufacturing change raw materials into products of more value to people. For example, see how pulp was changed into paper and paper into a notebook. These represent the two stages of manufacturing process. Meanwhile, industry refers to economic activity that is concerned with the production of goods, extraction of minerals, or provision of services. Thus, we have iron and steel industry from production of goods, the coal mining industry for extraction of coal, and tourism industry as service provider. So let's take up the classification of industries. Industries are classified on the basis of raw materials, size, and ownership. Beginning with the raw materials, we can see with reference to the picture given on your screens, you can see that the industries based on raw materials are further divided into four parts: agro based industries, mineral based industries, marine based industries, and forest based industries. So, let's start with agro based industries. Agro based industries use plant and animal based product as their raw materials. Its examples are food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textile, dairy products, and leather industries. From here, we move on to mineral based industries. Primary industries use mineral ores as their raw material. Products of these industries feed other industries. One product is iron, made from iron ore, used as raw material for the manufacture of a number of other products, such as heavy machines, building materials, and railway coaches. Marine based industries. Marine based industries use products from sea and oceans as raw material. Given examples are industries processing seafood or manufacturing fish oil. Forest based industries are the ones which utilize forest produce as raw material. Industries associated with forest are pulp and paper, pharmaceutical, furniture, and building. Now, industry is classified on the basis of size. Forest based industries utilize forest produce as raw material. Industries associated with forest are pulp and paper, pharmaceuticals, furniture, and buildings. Now, industry is classified on the basis of size. Size refers to the amount of capital invested, the number of people employed, and the volume of production. Classified into the small scale, and large scale industries, it is further added that cottage or household industries are also an integral part of it. So, the first and foremost we take into consideration is cottage or household industry, which means that where products are manufactured by hand by the artisans. Example of cottage industry are basket weaving, pottery and other handicrafts. After this we move on to small scale industries which use lesser amount of capital and technology. The third is large scale industries, which produce large volumes of products, investment of capital is higher, technology used is superior. Silk weaving and food processing industries are small scale industries, while production of automobiles and heavy machinery are large scale industries. From the table given on your screens, you can see that the cottage industry or the tiny sector, which we call, does not exceed the investment more than 25 lakhs. In small scale industry, this investment ranges from 25 lakhs to 5 crores. And in large scale industries, this investment is more than 10 crores. In the same manner, for the technique they use, in the cottage industry, they use traditional technique involving operation by hand. In small scale industry, mix of traditional and modern technique is used. But in large scale industry, modern technique involving sophisticated machines is used. Now, talking about the labor supply in cottage industry, members of the family itself work as laborers. On the other hand, in small scale industry, people residing in the local areas are available as laborers. And in large scale industries, people belonging from different parts of the country are available as laborers. Now, about the raw material in all the three. In cottage industry, it is procured from local areas. For small scale industry, it is procured from outside, if not available in local areas. But in large scale industries, it may also be imported from other countries, if not available within the country. Now, from the size, we shift our focus to the ownership. Industry is classified on the basis of ownership. So, we have private sector, state owned or public sector, joint sector, and cooperative sector. Private sector industries owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals. Public sector industries are owned and operated by the governments, such as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Steel Authority of India Limited, commonly known as SAIL. Joint sector industries owned and operated by the state and individuals or a group of individuals like Maruti Udyog Limited. It is an example of joint sector. Now, talking about cooperative sector industries. These industries are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers, or both. Anand Milk Union Limited and Sudha Dairy are perfect example of cooperative sector industries. Now, which are the factors affecting the location of industries? Availability of raw material, land, labor, power, capital, transport, and market. All these factors affect the location of industries. Industries are usually located at areas where these are easily available. Government provides incentives like subsidized power, lower transport cost and other infrastructure so that industries may be located in backward areas Industrialization often leads to development and growth of towns and cities. Talking about industrial system, the industrial system consists of inputs, processes and outputs. Inputs are the raw materials, labor and cost of land, transport, power and other infrastructure. Processes include a wide range of activities that convert the raw material into finished products. Outputs are the end products and income earned from it. Industrial regions. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries locate close to each other and share the benefits of their closeness. Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia, major industrial regions of the world. They are located in the temperate areas, near seaports, and especially near coal fields. Industrial regions in India, Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Vishakhapatnam Guntur belt, Gurgaon Delhi Meerut region, and the Kollam Tiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. Now, what is the distribution of major industries? World's major industries, iron and steel industry, the textile industry, and the information technology industry. Countries in which the iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan, and Russia. Textile industry is focused in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. Major hubs of the information technology industry are the Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. Iron and steel industry. It is a feeder industry whose products are used as raw material for other industries. Inputs for the industry are raw materials like iron ore, coal, and limestone, along with labor, capital, site, and other infrastructure. Process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. Raw material is put in the blast furnace when it undergoes smelting and is then refined. Output obtained is steel, may be used by other industries as raw material. Steel, tough, can easily be shaped, cut, or made into wire. Special alloys of steel can be made by adding small amount of other metals such as aluminium, nickel and copper. Important steel producing centers Bhilai, Durgapur, Burnpur, Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro are situated in a region that spreads over four states: West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Chhattisgarh. Bhadravati and Vijayanagar in Karnataka, Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu. Jamshedpur. Before 1947, only one iron and steel plant in India was Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, commonly known as TISCO. It was privately owned. After independence, the government took the initiative and set up several iron and steel plants. TISCO started in 1907 at Sakchi near the confluence of rivers Subarnarekha and Kharkai in Jharkhand. Later, Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Now, benefits of this place. Only 32 kilometers away from Kalimati station on the Bengal Nagpur railway line. It is close to the iron ore, coal, and manganese deposits as well as to Kolkata, which provided a large market. Tisco gets coal from Jharia coalfields and iron ore, limestone, dolomite, and manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Kharkai and Subarnarekha rivers ensured sufficient water supply. Government initiatives provided adequate capital for its later development. Let's shift our focus to international level now. Pittsburgh, important steel city of United States of America, enjoys locational advantages. Raw materials such as coal is available locally, while iron ore comes from iron mines at Minnesota, about 1500 kilometers from Pittsburgh, one of the world's best route for shipping ore cheaply. The famous Great Lakes waterway lies between these mines and Pittsburgh. Trains carry the ore from the Great Lakes to Pittsburgh area, Ohio. The Monongahela and Allegheny rivers provide adequate water supply. Finished steel is transported to the market by both land and water routes. Pittsburgh area has many factories that use steel as their raw material to manufacture railroad equipment, heavy machinery and rails. Cotton textile industry. Weaving cloth from yarn is an ancient art. Cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax used for making cloth textile industry is divided on the basis of raw material used. Fibers. The raw material can be natural or man made. Natural fibers obtained from wool, silk, cotton, linen, and jute. What is the man made? Man made fibers are nylon, polyester, acrylic, and rayon. One of the oldest industries in the world is the cotton textile industry. Till the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, cotton cloth was made using hand spinning techniques, wheels, and looms. In 18th century, power looms facilitated the development of cotton textile industry, first in Britain and later in the other parts of the world. Important producers of cotton textiles are India, China, Japan, and the USA. The muslins of Dhaka, chintz of Masulipatam, calicos of Calicut, and gold wrought cotton of Burhanpur, Surat, and Vadodara were known worldwide for their quality and design. Manufacturing these was time consuming and expensive. Traditional cotton textile industry was unable to face the competition from the new textile mills of the West that produced cheap and good quality fabrics through merchandised industrial units. First successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. Warm, moist climate, a port for importing machinery, availability of raw material, and skilled labor led to rapid expansion of the industry in the region. Industry flourished in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat initially because of the favorable humid climate. But today, humidity can be created artificially. Other important centers are Coimbatore, Kanpur, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ludhiana, Puducherry, and Panipat. Let's start with Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River. First mill established in 1859. Second largest textile city of India. Following Mumbai, referred to as Manchester of India. Situated very close to cotton growing areas, ensures easy availability of raw material, ideal climate for spinning and weaving, flat terrain, and easy availability of land makes it suitable establishment for mills. Provide both skilled and semi skilled labor. Well developed roads and railway network permits easy transportation of textile to different parts of the country, also providing easy access to the market. The nearby Mumbai port facilitates import of machinery and export of cotton textiles. Issues in Ahmedabad textile mills. Several textile mills closed down due to emergence of new textile centers in country as well as non-upgradation of machines and technology in the mills of Ahmedabad. From Ahmedabad we now focus on Osaka. Now Osaka is an important textile center of Japan, also known as Manchester of Japan. Geographical factors facilitating the growth of textile industry in Osaka are extensive plain around Osaka ensured that land was easily available for the growth of cotton mills. Warm humid climate is well suited to spin and weave. River Yodo, which provides sufficient water for the mill labor, is also easily available. The location of port facilities, import of raw material, and for exporting textile. The textile industry at Osaka depends completely upon imported raw material. Cotton is imported from Egypt, India, China, and the USA. The finished product is mostly exported and has a good market due to good quality and low price. Despite it being an important textile city in the country, of late the cotton textile industry of Osaka has been replaced by other industries such as iron and steel, machinery, shipbuilding, automobiles, electrical equipment, and cement. So, to conclude, we can say that the progress of a country is to a great extent measured by its industrial development. To be a strong power in the world, a country needs to be industrially advanced too. Although agriculture has its own importance and provides the basic necessities of life, it alone cannot take a country forward. Even the modernize and improve agriculture, industrialization is necessary. The modern equipment that is used by farmers is produced by industries. Industries in India contribute to more than half of the national income. Items of daily use like toothpaste, soap, processed foods, medicines, etc., are manufactured by industries. The population of India is so large that we need many such industries to produce enough material so that things are available in plenty and at reasonable prices. Goods can be exported after they are manufactured in various industries. Quality is maintained by the manufacturers. Goods should be highly sophisticated so that they capture the world market. To survive in the world, every country needs to be noticed and respected for what it produces and contributes to the world market. So you have to fill the correct option from the four options given below. So let's get going. Food processing is an example of dash based industry: marine, agro, mineral, or forest. Yes, it is the agro based industry. Moving on, dash is an example of forest based industry: banking, baking cakes, advertising, or pharmaceutical. Yes, pharmaceuticals is an example of forest based industry. Seafood industry is an example of agro, mining, marine, or the forest based industry. Seafood industry is an example of marine based industry. Industry owned by one individual is private sector industry, joint sector industry, cooperative sector industry, or public sector industry. Yes, this is private sector industry. Dash is an example of a cooperative industry: Steel Authority of India Limited, Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, Sudha Dairy, or Indian Army. Sudha Dairy is an example of a cooperative industry. Market is one of the dash factors for setting up of industries: locational, sizable, natural, or systematic. The correct option is locational factors for setting up of industries. Setting up of dash leads to development of towns, forests, buildings, industries, or schools. Setting up of industries lead to development of towns. Dash has been called the backbone of industry: diamond, iron, steel, or petroleum? The correct option is steel. Dash is one of the major steel producing center. Bhilai, Jammu, Chandigarh, or Delhi? It is Bhilai, which is one of the major steel producing centers. On your screens, you can see two set of statements in column A and B. You have to match them. So, Silicon Plateau is in Deccan Plateau. Manchester of India is Ahmedabad. Manchester of Japan is Osaka. Industrial disaster on 3rd December 1984 took place in Bhopal. It must have been very enriching experience today. So let's try to analyze what we have extracted out of today's session. The concept of Make in India is solely based on rebuilding the industrial sector. We hope that this Make in India flourishes around the world. We'll be back with many more videos. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep studying. Namaskar.